Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. I want to start this video by first saying I'd like to correct myself, and in fact, note to the producer, go ahead and put correction on the front end of this video, all in caps. I do want to correct myself. In a prior video, I at least implied that for the forthcoming period of time, I didn't directly imply. I didn't say I had the answers on the DTV, but in a prior video, I said, look, it doesn't look like we've got any new rules regarding DTV extension in Thailand. Looks like we do now. So maybe the correction moniker is warranted, maybe not, technically speaking, but I'd rather throw it up there and more people understand what is really going on rather than sit around and have an ego war over whether or not I predicted some nuance of Thai immigration completely accurately. So up to now, I've been waiting to see what the possibility of extension on the DTV would look like. And I knew that we would have to wait for 6 months to see that. We're now starting to see the first people who got those visas starting to have to deal with the back end or the middle end, if you want to look at it from that perspective, or the transitionary part of it. They're now having to start dealing with that because the initial 6 months is coming to an end. So where is that leaving us? And it's looking like, while it is at least theoretically possible to deal with extending DTVs in country, it does not look like that it's overly easy. I'll jump into this. Thought of making this video after reading a recent article from Pattaya Mail, that's pattayamail.com. The basic point is that a local immigration extension will depend on continually updating documentation over the 5 years duration of the DTV. How will someone who started a cookery course in 2024 going to prove beyond reasonable doubt that he or she is still learning in, say, 2027? In the medium term, it will become apparent that DTV is a 5-year validity tourist visa requiring leaving Thailand at least twice a year or once a year if local immigration can be persuaded to turn 180 days into 360. Okay, so what's he sort of talking about there? And let's be clear, tip of the hat to Mr. Kenyon down there at Pattaya Mail. This man is very, very aware of the sort of practicalities of how immigration works in a practical sense. And what's being conveyed in that article, and I urge those who are watching this video, go check out that article for more information. But what he's basically saying there is, yeah, theoretically, at least at this early period of time, it looks like it's going to be possible to extend these visas in country. But as a practical matter, it's going to be somewhat difficult to prove it up for extension purposes. So I expect, at least for the interim period, those who are looking to try to extend in country, probably going to have to go through somebody that deals with immigration on a regular basis. New things are never easy in a bureaucracy. You oftentimes want to deal with people who've dealt with stuff in the bureaucracy before. But set that aside, I also think there's tax policy implications to this that I'll get into in another video. But that being said, the thing to take away from this one is, yes, although there looks like an effective means, or there is a theoretical means of extending in country, it remains early. That keeps things a little bit difficult. Also, again, I think immigration kind of had this thrust upon them, and the general tone I'm getting is that as a practical matter, or the general tone I'm getting regarding the information I'm reading, is that as a practical matter, at least for the foreseeable future, border running is going to be a more effective means of maintaining long-term lawful status here in Thailand rather than extension of the DTV visa.